sparky, and it does set it up. So here we go. It's going to be a great night of action, a stacked card here. Our commentary team, former WBC World Super Middleweight Champion Richie Woodall, alongside John Rawling, and our MC, Alex Steedman.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you from the Leicester Arena. Leicester, we are live on BT Sport for Fight Night Live and on Box Nation. Tonight's action brought to you by Frank Warren in association with 32 Reds, Footy Asylum and Raynham Steel. Our next contest is for the English Super Middleweight title. Our British Boxing Board of Control steward is Martin Flory. Our timekeeper is Brian Heath of Sutton Coldfield. Our judges, Phil Edwards of Preston, Dave Pattis of Leeds, and Sean Messer of Dudley. Our referee when the action gets underway is Marcus McDonnell from Twickenham. Time now, ladies and gentlemen, to meet the boxers. First of all, the challenger in the red corner. He's wearing the red and black trunks. He weighed in at 11 stone. 13 pounds. He brings to the ring a record of 14 wins without defeat and 6 knockouts. He is the former Southern Area Champion. He is the challenger from Forest Hill, London, ferocious Darryll Williams. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He is dressed in the Leicester blue shorts. He also weighed in 11 stone, 13 pounds. He brings to the record 14 wins, 6 of those coming by way of knockout, 4 defeats and 2 draws. He is the former Midlands Area Champion. He is the current English Champion, making the second defence of his title tonight. He is Leicester's own Jahmaine Smasher Smyle. 10 rounds of boxing for the English Super Middleweight title.
Right, boys, you don't know the rules of boxing. I don't explain to them. One thing I will say, obey my instructions at all times. Watch here, skip again. Any questions? Let's go to work.
Well, you can see how they squared up to each other at the weigh-in. I've been at both press conferences where it's been feisty, to say the least. And right up to the final moment there, when the referee gave them final instructions, the two of them clearly right in each other's faces. This, certainly in the early stages, could be explosive, and Williams, I'm sure, will go in there looking for bombs.
That's what Williams will be looking for, John, early in the contest. I think he'll look to get a big shot on Smyle. Smile's a bit different to other boxers in that he seems to get a little bit stronger as the contest goes on. So after 4 or 5 rounds, he seems to be warming up, and then he maintains his work rate very well. Early on, he's a little bit vulnerable, and I think Williams will try and take advantage of that.
Darryll Williams certainly has got a little bit wound up about all this week, and as Smyle made his way into the ring, he was looking threateningly in his direction, and not a lot of love lost. And it's going to be interesting to see how quickly Jahmaine Smyle actually is able to discourage Darryll, who's been working with Tommy Langford. He's been his principal sparring partner in the run-up to his big fight.
So he's done that, John, just for someone who's a little bit quicker in front of him for the speed element. But apart from that, you need a bigger man to push you around a little bit and lean on you. But I can certainly understand why he's done that with a smaller guy in terms of the speed, and trying to match his opponent for the speed.
He says he likes to pressure opponents like Ricky Hatton did. Darryll Williams, like Nigel Benn did, fighters he looks up to, and of course, you guessed it, Mike Tyson. He'd love to be able to fight like him, and he's looked at his style and he tries to bob and weave his way in and do similarly, and Smyle will have to work him out. There's been a bit of a feeling in some quarters that Smyle is a class above Williams. Well, Williams has never lost, and you never know.
I think at the moment Williams has started well here, and he's sort of dragged Smyle into that close range. So a nice little right uppercut there on the inside from Williams. I think Smyle probably should be concentrating on more boxing at range, but here now they're both unloading with big shots.
Well, he's trying to show himself that he's trying to show himself as a strong man in as well, isn't he, Smyle? He's trying to show that he will not be intimidated in there.
I think you're right, John, in that first round. Sometimes you think where your heart on your sleeve type of thing, and you're just trying to push your opponent back, and you won't allow your opponent to get the better of you on the inside, toe to toe.
Nice uppercut inside, as you were saying that, from Darryll Williams. So it's an entertaining opening round. We thought this was going to be a rousing sort of show opener, and as the bell sounds, it has really been plenty of drama, and that's a good left hand from Smyle. Last scoring shot of an intriguing opening round.
When you do that, there, yeah? That's all. Keep doing what you do, touch him with that jump. Thank you.
Here in Leicester, a Leicester hero there, Jahmaine Smyle, being given instructions by Clifton Mitchell. He had problems in that round, and I don't think you were too impressed with Jahmaine's tactics.
No, I thought he got dragged in on the inside there. Williams, for me, probably just nicked it.
Rich has given that opening round to the challenger, to Darryll Williams. Likes to get on the front foot, likes to force the pace, Williams, and he really unloads with his shots. Last time out had to go the distance with Adam Jones, his first fight under the Frank Warren promotional team. Darryll Williams, and he's looking for something more spectacular today. He's had hand trouble in the past, so he's had a kind of a stop-start career in his time in the sport since 2012. But you get a lot of people who are heavy-handed who do have hand trouble at some stage in their career.
That's a better shot there from Smyle, but then he gets caught with a right-hand counter from Williams. But I do think Smyle should be concentrating on using his jab a lot more. In at close quarters, Williams is having a bit of success. But Smile's
He was originally, Jahmaine Smyle, going to be fighting the Indian star Vijender Singh. Well, a very different problem he's got here with Darryll Williams, and if he has underestimated him that opening round, he'll have certainly shown that he's in a very real fight. Winner of this could be, what was it? A lot of forearms and shoulders going in from Smyle, getting away from it, getting away with it. That last one was on the blind side of referee Marcus McDonnell, I think.
And John on the inside there, they're both risking getting cut on. Like the heads seem to clash here and there. There's elbows going in, forearms. They'll be looking to get through this one without getting a cut of some sort. If it continues to be boxed in at close quarters like this.
That tattoo on the back of Darryll Williams there, it says "Ready for War," and he's carrying that to Jahmaine Smyle. Carries on like this for 10 rounds, it's going to be one grueling encounter. There's heads again going in. Told to watch his head. Darryll Williams very much the smaller man by about 2.5, 3 inches. British welterweight champion Bradley Skeet among those encouraging Williams on the far side of the ring. That's better from Smyle.
In the close round, isn't it? In at close quarters again. Both having some success. Smyle there, that's a nice body shot. Williams, when he's in at close quarters, so dangerous.
Well, we'll get your verdict on how you reckon this one has gone. It is certainly a tight round. Opening round you go to Darryll Williams, and look at the action right up to the bell.
Happen faking, not left, not backer. Yeah? Every time the game close, right that body shot in.
2 rounds completed. How did you score that one, Richie?
I thought Smyle just got that round, John. There wasn't a lot in it. Could have gone either way, but for me, just that last bit of action towards the end of the round, probably just nicked it.
There's an elbow and a forearm
Everything's
being
going
used
in.
there.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
everything.
Round 3.
It's not an easy one for Marcus McDonnell to keep a handle on. Darryll Williams between rounds was being told After you've thrown that uppercut, hammer him with the hook. Throw that left hook. Heads again.
Time out. You stop boxing. Don't punch him. Watch your head.
Well, I thought it was a little bit of 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. But it's Williams who gets the ticking off, and certainly Smyle went in with his head on that time and the shoulder.
Smyle boxing a cagey fight now, working with that jab now, John, but just see him turn his left shoulder, so he's turning his left shoulder just to try and protect his chin a little bit more, and maybe disguise the right hand that's going to follow. But again, Williams, when he's in on the inside, that's when Smyle's bringing him into the contest. Williams, for me, has got to, he's an out-and-out short-range man, got to get up close. You see now that Smyle's just boxing at distance a little bit better now, you see. Well, because he's keeping his distance.
That's very much better from Jahmaine Smyle. And Williams, almost for the first time in the fight, is put on the back foot. And Smyle, as we suggested earlier, trying to show that he's a roughhouse and he's strong as well. He will not be intimidated on his own turf.
Well, they say, don't they, the ultimate victory is to beat your opponent at what he does best. And I think probably that's what Smyle's tried to do.
Williams is cut, and it looks as though it could be a bad one. Not sure whether it was a clash of heads. Referee may be indicating that one.
Well, we said, didn't we, at the start of this contest, that both of them would be pretty lucky to get through it without getting cut, because everything's going on the inside here. Arms, elbows, heads are clashing. And I don't think there's anything dirty, John. I think it's just the way they're actually boxing.
Right in each other's faces. And that is not where Williams wants Smyle to be right now. With his corner will have to work away on that damaged left eye. Some emergency repair works needed. And he's trying to cover it now. There's a nice little right hand inside from Smyle. Rough fight, isn't it?
Yeah, tough one, this. Good shots going in from both boxers. Well, he's been clashing again.
He's been warned once, and he's been warned again. One more, and I think he'll be losing a point.
You just get the impression that Smyle's just getting to grips with it now, John. Even on the inside, he's working well with his right hook. There's a little right hand downstairs. He's just getting to grips with it, whereas Williams...
We'll have a look at that injury and how it happened. This is Smyle finishing the round strongly, and we'll be able to hopefully judge whether or not it is a clash of heads or whether it's a punch that's caused the damage. Oh dear, that's a bad one. That's a bad one, Richie.
Yeah, it's a bad cut because it's on the eyelid, and it's actually then going to be pouring into the eye itself. There was the little clash of heads. That's where we think that the cut has come from. So they're both coming together. Here they come in there. Just the little clash of heads, wasn't it? It was unintentional, but that's where the cut we think come from. And that's a bad cut, John, because the blood's running into the eyes, could impair his vision. It's crucial that they stop that bleeding there.
It's very similar to that cut that Liam Williams sustained that we saw on Box Nation. There's on BT Sport, I beg your pardon. And there is Frank Greaves working away on that cut in the corner. Right now, he's the key man. Marcus McDonnell is now having a look, and he's going to lay down the law to both men. Smyle is trying to rough him up and trying to go straight back to work on the damaged eye. And if it all starts opening up again and the blood starts to flow, it's going to beg the question how long the referee will want to see it continue, and he might be calling a doctor to have a look.
And there's the shot that he's got to be concentrating on now, Smyle, is that right hand. And if he can whip it over the top of that lead left hand of his opponent, there it was again, look, and that's going to make the cut even worse. And that's what he'll probably have to concentrate on. For Williams, he's got to start moving more to his right, John, moving away from that shot. Gets caught with a big punch coming forward there. His feet are square now, so he's wide open, but he's got to move more to his right and away from that right hand of his opponent.
chopping right hands had some success though for Darryll Williams, and again he catches Smyle with that punch. He's making the mistake of looking for it too much, but that's an impressive attack and a sustained attack from Williams. He knows that he's got Smyle and he knows that he's hurting momentarily.
What a response from Williams there. Smyle holding his feet, but Williams is the one who's trading, who's hitting the target more often. That really brings Williams back into it, doesn't it? When Smyle holds his feet, Williams works away. This one's anybody's.
Well, I said earlier, could this pace continue for 10 rounds? I think quite clearly this cannot be sustained for 10 rounds, surely, because it is a rough fight once again, but they're really loading up with everything. Williams, particularly that big right hand. Clifton Mitchell has said that in his opinion, Jahmaine Smyle, who lands a good right hand there, is just too big and too strong for Darryll Williams. Both of them come from tough upbringings, and both of them say that boxing, to a large extent, has turned their lives around. Jahmaine Smyle had time in prison when he was a lad. Comes from a real tough part of Leicester. Darryll Williams also said to me this week, if it weren't for boxing, goodness knows what I'd have wound up as. Head's going in again, and Smyle catching Williams around the left eye that time, and he's got a little bit of a swelling under that left eye as well, Darryll Williams, as we move into the closing stages of this fourth round. Head's going in again, once more it's Smyle, and this time he's getting told off by the referee. Surely, if this continues, one or other of these fighters is going to start having points deducted. What a rough round. Making this, make him pay has been the message from Eddie Lamb while he's been away for Darryll Williams, and there you see at close quarters that cut not got any worse. It was a good round for Darryll.
Yeah, I thought he had a great round there. He really upped the pace, didn't he? I've got it even now. It's a close fight, this.
That's how Richie's got it, dead level. And I'd concur with that one. Williams really dug deep in that last round, and I think the fact that he was getting on top was perhaps the explanation for that late use of the head from Smyle, losing a bit of discipline and wanting to really put it on Williams in the closing stages by whatever means possible, and those are good, hurtful body shots from Darryll Williams.
All credit to Williams. He's coming forward, John. He's closing that gap down. He's concentrating on that right hand over the top. If it's a slow jab from Smyle, then Williams whips that right hand over, doesn't he? Lovely change of direction with the feet there. This is better boxing now from Williams, and Smyle has just let it slip a little bit, hasn't he? He's allowed his man on the inside when he should have been boxing at range much more.
That was quality, wasn't it? That lovely little step to the right, creating the space for Darryll Williams to land that solid hook. That's nice inside from Smyle. Needs more of this. Got to use his hand speed. He might have the edge in that department, but is Williams physically the stronger guy? I wonder. Well matched, these.
Yeah, we're at an interesting stage in this contest now, because generally Smyle, he tends to get stronger as the contest goes longer. You know, he's even admitted himself that he's a bit vulnerable in the early rounds, but he seems to get to grips with it. But here he's in against a man who just doesn't know a backward step, does he? He just keeps coming forward, very, very strong indeed. This could well come down to fitness and who wants it more.
That's nice work from Smyle, but Williams does no more than blink and just keeps coming. He's got a good chin. You always have to just give that question mark against any fighter who's got the undefeated record. Yes, this is a big step up in terms of competitive experience for Darryll Williams, but he's never tasted defeat, and you never know.
You're totally right. You don't know what level he's at until he actually gets beat, and then you know the level. But here, he's an undefeated fighter, keeps coming forward. Got a terrific work rate about him, and again he's dragging Smyle into his type of battle.
Jahmaine Smyle Comes from a real fighting background. His brother is a mixed martial arts man. And another one with a serious physique.
A good left hooks now going in from Smyle. Better work. And there's that lovely sharp right hand on the inside. That's good stuff. But Williams won't be denied. I think Smyle has got to move his feet. He's probably staying in there a little bit too long for me, John Smyle. He's got to move those feet a little bit more.
There's definitely an element of Smyle wanting to prove, and from word go, wanting to prove that he's not going to run, that he's going to macho it out, and he's going to meet fire with fire. And they're coming into the closing stages of another tight round here. Good to watch. And here's some of the action from another intriguing 3 minutes. How did you split them?
I thought it was an even round. It was very, very close indeed. I thought Williams there had a couple of nice moves with the movement there in this sequence. That was lovely with that left hook. But Smyle occasionally got his jab going. It's a very tough round, a very close round indeed. Even Steven for me.
Shift your feet to the left when you throw that left hook, come back with the right hand. Yeah? On top of him, D. That'll open the right hand up for you. Don't show nothing.
Don't neglect that jab. Work your way back in behind that jab, right? You're taking it away. All you do is pull that round with the right hand. It's a good round. Use your left hand and walk yourself in. Then let him go when you get there.
Don't forget the body, okay? Right, stay there, stay there, stay there. Don't forget the body.
Frank Greaves continuing to work away on that damaged eye of Darryll Williams. And on Richie Woodall's scorecard, absolutely level as we move into the 6th round. Stamina, training, as well as strength, commitment, desire, they're all single words, in a sense, cliche words, but it's reaching that sort of stage.
I think so, John. When you come down, like I say, to who wants it most, who has trained the hardest, who's the fittest. It may just well come down to will and desire. And I do think Smyle has got to change his tactics slightly. He's got to go more long range, or mid to long range. But Williams just got to keep doing what he's doing. On his opponent's chest, good work again. Switching the attack, body to head. He's a rough, tough customer, Mr. Williams.
Comes from Forest Hill, South Londoner. Won the Southern Area title really impressively a couple of years ago, well, October 2015. Finished Richard Horton inside a round. And he does have that intimidating manner about him, doesn't he? It's good from Smyle. A couple of meaty-looking shots, even though he was in retreat. And there's the Smyle head going in again. Once more, ticked off by Marcus McDonald. Well, Williams getting told off for something there that Smyle has got away with on more than one occasion. Use of the forearm. That's a nice right hand from Jahmaine Smyle, forcing Williams into reverse gear. And this is where he's showing his strength and his fitness.
Better there from Smyle, just sustain that pressure and attack and push Williams back. Probably needs more of that type of boxing. He's allowed his opponent too much on the inside, walking forward again. Williams coming forward.
Well, it's not exactly what the great American writer A.J. Liebling would have called the sweet science, but it's a sort of fight you can't take your eyes off, and there go the heads in again. It is a rough man's fight, a tough man's fight. Look at this, toe-to-toe, exchanging massive blows. Nicky Elliott, Darryll Williams' manager, bespectacled on the far side of the ring, up on his feet, encouraging Williams. And he's finishing the round strongly, winging hooks in towards the head of Jahmaine Smyle. Oh, what a round. They're not going to forget this one in a hurry.
Listen to me. Yeah. Switch it out.
That was an incredible round, wasn't it? Smyle was actually getting the better of Williams right up until the last 20 or 30 seconds. Then Williams touching a burst like that and could have nicked the round because there's not a lot in it. But again, I thought Smyle just chose the wrong tactics to stand and trade, brings Williams into it, and Williams gets the better of the exchanges. Smyle doesn't want to be outgunned, but he was there. It was excellent there from Williams.
Keep on top of it. You don't like this, come on, keep on top of it. This is, you're in your element now, Dee, come on.
Make a name for yourself, man. Let's go.
Into Clifton Mitchell, finding it a little bit difficult to get himself out of the ring. Marcus McDonnell saying you want to be getting a move on, and he's giving Marcus McDonnell a bit of chat, and he'll be sent from the corner if he's not careful. Former heavyweight back in the day, Big Clifton, Derby man.
Indeed. I remember being on the same England squad as him, to be quite honest, at one point, back in the 80s.
Briefly fought. He's one of those guys who got given a rather strange name by Brendan Ingley. Briefly fought under the name Paddy Riley.
Fantastic.
Interesting for a guy with Jamaican roots.
That's Brendan for you.
We had Slugger O'Toole, didn't we? As was Fidel Castro Smith. Called him Slugger O'Toole.
What a gifted trainer he was, Brendan Ingle, as well. Well, he is.
And a mentor to any number of tough lads who, but for boxing, might have wound up in a rather different place. His sort of mantle being carried along by many others. Oh, good right hand from Williams, just as Smyle comes wading forward. Well, this is him once again trying to prove that he is physically the master. Big body shots from Smyle.
Smyle forgetting about his boxing, isn't he? He's just getting stuck in toe-to-toe, trying to outmuscle his man, trying to beat his man to the punch, but Williams again responds, John. It's an absolute belter, this one. It really is. Smyle knows he can box a distance, but he's opting to stand and trade, and Williams again's coming back.
I'm not sure what the dimensions are of this ring, but whatever they are, they're not really needed, are they? And contemptuously, Williams drops his hands, and he's trying to make him miss just by slipping shots. And he's also trying to show, you have a go, you can't hurt me. Extraordinary.
Oh, big right hand that was, John, from Williams.
Who has the more left in the tank? That's going to determine who takes this fight from now. In the 7th round of 10. Still, there are 10 minutes remaining. What a round again.
Incredible. I thought Smyle came out. He came out very sharp indeed. But here now, Williams again. But look at Smyle now going for it. Great stuff.
The people at ringside, manager of Darryll Williams, Mickey Elliott there, he's almost in the ring, sitting next to Bradley Skeet.
I'll tell you what, John, it doesn't matter what happens here, there'll be a rematch with this one.
Cool. The press conferences were entertaining. We almost had him squaring off there. Sometimes you don't necessarily like to feel as though you're sitting between the two guys. And that was one of those moments. Did the bell go a little bit early there? I think it might have done.
Tough round again, wasn't it? Smyle started the better, but then walked onto a barrage of punches from Williams, gets caught himself. Oh, and he was seeing Smyle now on the attack, coming forward. But Williams responded well also. It's a tough round, John, to score. Great 1-2. This is where he had him on the ropes. His hands go down, Williams. But Williams came back into it at the end of the round. Look at Smyle here on the attack.
Williams trying to
Listen, you're up, mate.
just slip shots. See what's in that corner.
Concentrate. This is a championship fight. This is where it starts to get tough. Right? This is where you get your teeth and you fucking get on with it. Right? But keep your hands tight.
Break his arms in.
might have heard Sam Webb speaking to Darryll Williams saying, you're getting into championship rounds now. This is the difference. And Williams, to an extent, into uncharted territory.
I just think that Smyle has chose the wrong tactics here and there, John, by standing and trading. It's really brought Williams into it, and it's been Williams' type of fight. Don't get me wrong, it could be anyone's, this one. I've got it even at this stage. It's very, very close indeed.
Who did you give that last round to Williams?
No, I'll give it to Smyle. It's a very, very close fight, but I just think if Williams, you see glimpses of Williams behind the jab, keeping it range like that, and that's going to give Williams problems when Smyle does that behind that jab and boxing at range. Most definitely, but then he allows Williams to walk forward, close the gap down, and then it becomes a Williams type of contest.
Oh, great right hand from Williams, and that tested the chin of Smyle, who's reportedly a bit brittle around the whiskers. Well, he took a big one there.
Yeah, great shot there again. Smyle just dropping that left hand occasionally as he is coming forward, and allows a Williams on the inside. Williams is very, very square on, but his guard's a little bit better on the inside than Smyle. Smyle again, he's just trying to cover his chin behind that left shoulder of his. And occasionally he just drops that left hand a little bit too much. Here it is again, look, John, see, as he's Williams throwing that right hand.
But is Darryll Williams' work rate just starting to drop a little here in this 8th round? Hardly be a surprise if it was. This has been a tough and grueling fight. Binding coming undone around the glove. A few boos and jeers from the Williams supporters. Smyle getting more instructions from Sam Webb from the corner during that unscheduled break, and you can see Clifton Mitchell urging his man on. Committed corners, wonderfully committed fighters, a committed crowd as well. What a great atmosphere.
Tremendous contest all around. Everyone's enjoying this one.
Good to see Jason McCrory, the matchmaker here tonight. He would be delighted with this one, the way it's panning out. And did you see that lovely step to the side again from Smyle? Sorry, from Williams, creating the opening, that great right hand.
Excellent stuff that is, John, because to create an opening like that on the inside is not easy, and the little shimmy there, little shift of pace with the feet to the side, creates the opening, bit of head movement. That's great inside work. Boxing at short range, hitting the target like that with fast feet in and out, to the sides rather. That's excellent stuff there from Williams. A touch of Mike Tyson.
It is tumultuous stuff. Sort of fight you cannot keep your eyes off. What a tough round. And he's cut over the right eye as well as the left eye now, I think.
Shut your eyes.
Yep, he's cut around the eyebrow. Damage on both sides now for Williams. Was it another clash of heads? There's that good right hand that he landed.
Yeah, superb stuff from Williams here. I thought this was Williams' round, the way he's coming forward. Little movement there to the side, and then clips in with the right hand, then moves the head there again, and it's all mid and short range stuff, but good head movement, good movement with the feet. Excellent stuff at short range here from Williams. What a lovely move that was.
He's a lad who's not had amateur pedigree. He's somebody who's kind of learnt on the streets to an extent, and my goodness, he's doing himself justice here, win or lose.
Tremendous skills that is from a guy boxing on the inside. It's very difficult to do, and like I say, a touch of Tyson, because Tyson was brilliant on the inside.
So we move now into the 9th round, and that's how Rich has got it. You'll have your own idea. Watching at home, it's the sort of fight where you could make arguments about different rounds. It could be a very close one. Smyle trying to plant his feet and get more purchase on his punches. Williams, as ever, right in his face.
Yeah, a sense of urgency again from Williams, from Smyle at the start of the round. I think he realised he didn't have it his own way, certainly in that last minute or so. But again, Williams comes back.
Well, Jahmaine Smyle's been talking about wanting British title fights. Rocky Fielding and John Ryder are squaring off tonight for the vacant title. Whoever takes this one as English champion is going to be right in line for a British title shot. But Jahmaine Smyle, who had been contemplating a big earning fight against Vijender Singh and maybe thought that he was just going to outclass Darryll Williams tonight, well, this is the reality now, and it is going to be a grueling and attritional last 3.5, 4 minutes. I wonder if the animosity is going to continue after that final bell, or if, like so many times you see in a boxing ring, that once the bad temper has been exploded out there in the boxing ring, suddenly there is a respect at the final bell, which is kind of going to endure, because whatever, and I feel that this is a fight that we're going to have to see again, but it is the sort of fight which these guys are going to remember for an awful long time.
And it's a fight, John, that you don't want too many of these in your career, to be quite honest. There's not much miles left on the clock when you've had these types of contests. Hard, tough, taking a lot of shots. Both boxers landing big shots in this round. Again, Smyle just can't keep Williams off, can he? Williams just keeps coming forward, but again, Smyle, better shots from him here.
What a big-hearted performance from both men. Jahmaine Smyle coming back well in this round. Maybe that he needs the last 2 rounds, the champion, to hold on to his title. Solid body shots, both of them landing from Smyle.
See, in rounds like this, John, when they're very, very close, you may just need that last 20 seconds where you just sustain a little bit of pressure, just catch the judge's eyes right at the end of the round. That's when you've got to listen to your corner when they're saying last 15, last 10. That's when you've got to put the burst on, just to maybe nick the round. Close one again.
Phil Edwards sitting watching right in front of us. Sean Messer and Dave Parris are the 3 judges, and it's starting to look as though it is going to be their opinion which is going to decide. Crowd love it, and let's have a listen into the corners.
Don't let him outwork you. He's moving back because he's tired. Don't let him bluff you out of this. Don't let him bluff you out.
Stay there, stay there, stay there. Fuck that spin. Stay there.
Don't let him bluff you out of this.
Listen, Darryll, look at me. Keep your shots short. He has to knock you out to win.
And last round coming up.
Keep your shots short. Win the round. Keep your shots short.
Understand? Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Everything. We're going to knock this down now. We're going to knock him out now. Why are we going to do it? How are we going to do it? Huh? Come on. Come on, fucking right. Come on, do this. Come on, get it. Yes.
10 seconds.
Well, if the language was a bit colourful in the corners, you understand exactly why. And a round of applause from the referee for these 2 guys, and there is a little touch of gloves and a moment of respect and appreciation. It could be all down to this last 3 minutes. Whatever you're doing, don't do it now. Watch this. Just stay with us to the end of this round, because this could determine this fight.
This is going to be a toe-to-toe battle, isn't it, this last round? To the last seconds. It's anybody's contest, this one. Very close indeed. I've got it even, but it could be either way. It's one of those, John.
Tremendous fight which has ebbed and flowed. Red-blooded entertainment. And they are right in each other's faces again. Who's going to be stronger right up to the final bell? And it's Williams at this point.
Williams just working a little bit better on the inside again, isn't he? Longer levers from Smyle, needs a little bit more gap and distance, but Williams getting the punches home. Incredible stuff. I'd love to see the stats, how many punches these 2 fellas have thrown in this contest.
And they've not been pussyfooting around, have they? They've been really loading up from word go.
There's been no light jabs, has there?
Not a lot of fancy footwork either, has there? And Smyle forces Williams backwards and then gets caught as he comes in close. Referee keeping a close watch to see that everything is legal in there. Who's going to be able to produce the grandstand finish? Smyle the fitness fanatic, he will keep coming. Williams having to suck in the air and breathe deeply and brace himself for another last minutes, which could still be decisive. What a fight, what a fight.
Unbelievable, John. Great jab there from Smyle, but Williams, the bent arm work from him. He seems to be throwing more shots than Smyle. Smyle up to this stage was just having the better of things, but then again, Williams coming back. That bent arm work on the inside may just be enough, who knows. It's, again, another close round.
Williams has almost punched himself out, I sense. Smyle caught him with a left hand and he just staggered momentarily, and those are principally arm punches which are coming in, but then a solid right hand sends Smyle backwards. But it's the Leicester man, Jahmaine Smyle, who's on the front foot, forcing Williams back against those ropes. Still looking for the telling attack. There's a nice right hand from Smyle, which might just catch the eye of the judges. Smyle, Smyle is the chant of the Leicester crowd. Williams, though, is back onto the front foot, winging in tremendous hooks. There's a big right hand from Smyle. Oh, and you can hardly hear the bell, I don't think, when this sounds. There it is, and that is the end of the fight. I don't think they're ever going to be on each other's Christmas card list. What a performance from both guys, and you just take your hat off to the pair of them. Smyle is being cheered aloft by Clifton Mitchell. Darryll Williams thinks that he's won it. Who is going to get the verdict? I often have a very good idea, and I have to say, sitting here now, I find it incredibly difficult to split it.
Yeah, it's very difficult indeed, isn't it? Again, it's very hard to split them in that last round. It was toe-to-toe stuff. Who just got the edge? Was it Smyle with Williams with the extra shots that he was throwing, or was it Smyle on that front foot? It's what you prefer. It could have been anybody's.
Well, let's have a look again at some of the highlights of this dramatic fight. A fight which from early stages, there's good work from Smyle, but from early stages you were saying that the Leicester man was being dragged into Darryll's fight.
I just thought
that's where the cut came.
Yeah, that's where the cut came, and it was a cut that was unintentional, just the way they were. But I said, didn't I, at the start, they're going to be very lucky to get through this one without cuts, because the heads were clashing, the arms were going in, the elbows. But I just thought Smyle throughout the contest was dragged into a toe-to-toe war. Now listen, he did very well. It could have gone either way. I think it's very close. But Williams, for me, he fought his fight standing toe-to-toe. Smyle could have gone more mid to long range. He decided not to. He wanted to try and outmuscle his man, and at times he come unstuck. So what a tremendous battle. We've got to see it again. It could be anybody's.
It's still not got the verdict up there in the ring when we come back from this, and finally they touch gloves and they know that was one heck of a fight. Jahmaine Smyle has got a victory party planned for later on. There's his champion's belt, but has he done enough to take it with him, or is that party going to be something of a damp squib? How did he finally have it in the end, Richie? Who did he give it to?
Well, it's who, for me, it was who I gave the last round to, and John, that could have gone either way. If I had to put money on it, I'd probably just edge towards Williams in that last round, but it could go either way. And a lot of those rounds were so close. It's anybody's.
Extraordinary fight, and both men come out of it with enormous credit. At times it wasn't pretty to watch, but they gave absolutely everything. It's so important, any fighter would tell you, to leave the ring knowing that you've not left anything, that you've given everything you possibly could, and my goodness, they did.
Yeah, it was tremendous stuff, wasn't it? That's what we all want to see, toe-to-toe like that. Excellent performance from both boxers, tremendous.
We've still not got the result with our Master of Ceremonies tonight, Alex Steedman, and that would indicate to me that this is very close indeed. They're checking the scorecards, going over them again and again. Board of Control official speaking to Alex Steedman up there in the corner. Now, what have we got? Alex making sure that he's got it absolutely right. It's got to be a tight one, this. It has to be. I wonder if we're going to have a split decision. Could even have a draw.
Well, then we'll have to see it again anyway. But yeah, it's very close. It's what the judge prefers.
I think they've deserved a little bit of a break, the pair of them. I think a holiday wouldn't be a bad shout.
Well, they'll have to take some time off, especially Williams with those cuts, because they'll take time to heal. But I'm sure we're going to see this again.
Well, we now have a result to bring you. How have they got it? We've got it absolutely on a knife edge. Let's see how the judges have it.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for these two proud warriors? What a fight! Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 pulsating rounds of championship action, we go to the judges' scorecards, where we have a split decision. Judge Phil Edwards scores the contest 97-93 for Williams. Judge Sean Messer scores the contest 96-95 for Smyle. And Judge Dave Paris scores the contest 98-93 for your winner and the new English super middleweight champion, ferocious Darryll Williams.
The celebrations are huge. Huge celebrations from the Williams camp. This is a moment that he will remember for a long, long time. He was charged up, he was hyped. He didn't like Jahmaine Smyle. They got under his skin, and look at the emotion there, and look how much it means to Darryll Williams. Jahmaine Smyle, in his own backyard here in Leicester, has to settle for defeat, and now a display of sportsmanship from the two of them. Maybe we will see it again, but by margins of 5 rounds and 4 rounds from Dave Paris and Phil Edwards and Sean Messer scoring it for Jahmaine Smyle. It is a split decision and a new champion, and the English belt will be going around the waist shortly of Darryll Williams. He is the new champion, but what a fight that was.
Thank you, John. Bullioni Burton. Remember that? It set the bar quite high, didn't it? But Steve Bunce and Richie Woodall alongside me. Steve, first touch to you tonight. I think we've gone up a level there, have we not?
Yeah, because that was a terrific fight, Burton Bullioni, don't get me wrong, because it was a fantastic finish. It was a good fight throughout. But we started to see these guys go toe-to-toe like it was an animation in about round 3. And they stayed that way till the end. Plus, what Frank Greaves did in the corner with Darryll Williams was damn near a miracle, Paul.
Superb.
Near a miracle.
Superb work. Richie, considered view on it.
Tremendous contest from both boxers. I just thought Williams got it right in that he got up to his man, and I thought Smyle, like I said in commentary, chose the wrong tactics in trying to take his man on. He was trying to box a man on at his strength. He should have been concentrating more on mid and long range, but he maybe just couldn't keep him off.
Yeah,
and he
just said than done.
That's it. He probably just couldn't keep him off of his jab, and he thought, I've got to try and trade with this guy. But that was a tremendous performance from that man there. Dragged his man into a toe-to-toe battle, and he got the better of him. But he was very, very close.